Sup? Got a QSP here. This is a QSP Kali. Okay. Well. Alright. I'm familiar with the knife now that I see it. QSP's kind of cool. I don't need to show this every time, but they come with like a little schematics, man. It's got all of the measurements and thicknesses, everything. Just kind of breaks it all down for you. Pretty cool. And stickers. Yeah, you got stickers and stickers. More stickers. Cool, man. Let's get in it. QSP button lock. What's up with that? G10 double layered. It's got the black on top of the neon green. And then, I don't know what, well, it's a button lock. Oh, look at this blade. Nice satin stonewash finish, but then they've got a compound grind with a little swedge put on the end of this clip point here. Pretty cool. 14C, 28N. Nice deep carry pocket clip, recessed screws, recessed clip. Pretty cool. All right, let's check it out. All right, the first thing I notice is that the button is flush with the scale. And so it's a good thing, but definitely got to get used to the timing on that. Yeah, it's throwing me off. The thumb flick is perfect. Spidey flick is actually a little stiff on the detent. I mean, man, do they have the detent dialed in on this. Wonderful. But yeah, the button, you know, like a lot of button locks, you got to get used to the tension. Like, how much tension does it take to get it to run? And this one, because it's flush with the scale, I'm having to push pretty hard. And the button tension is substantial, which is why it's got a good detent. Interesting. Very snappy. Does have a little bit of choke up going there. And I'm starting to acclimate to the tension and the button. Yeah, pretty cool. Well, let's get in it. Let's break it down real quick. Get in it and looks like everything's going to come from the correct side, according to me. The way that I like it. This back screw's got to come, but I think that's it. That's everything holding us together there. I'm going to raise up off of that button. I say that, but something tells me, oh, I know, the actual scale is still pinched on there from it may have another screw in it. So I'm going to pull the other pocket clip screw, and that should allow the scale to come. Okay, it's in there. Yeah, see, now I can get the G10 scale off of the liner and took the tension off the spring. Quite a bit of oil in here. back screws longer on the pocket clip. Yeah. It's not an internal screw, but it's just the pins had enough tension in them that it wasn't allowing that liner to come off. And it's still not. These for front two pins, and that's where these body tools come in handy. Got these at Harbor Freight. I've mentioned them on the channel a couple of times. Not expensive, but you know, I've tried like phone tools. You get to take cell phones apart, and they're just too flimsy. Wow, this is really stuck on there. Man alive. That is pressed down on there. Feel like I'm making some headway. I am going to try to push the pivot out of it now. No. So I'm off of this pin, but not this back one. Alright, bear with me. Okay, lots of wiggling and finagling, but I finally got it to come. Standard bearings in here. Nice stuff. All right, I think I'm going to leave that in place. I'm just going to wipe it down. I'm kind of glad to get this apart for another reason, to really shine up these liners. They were kind of smudgy. Yeah, I mean, they are really nice. Super shiny. Mirror polish on these, and yet they were kind of smudgy, so I'm gonna get them shined up. And of course, you know, once the knife's assembled, won't get any fingerprints or anything on them, so I'll take care to maintain that surface. Captured. Where's it captured at? Is it captured in this? Or the other one? Well, it's not in this, so it must be captured in that bottom one. Alright. Clean the blade. Yeah, nice satin finish. Bead blast. And we'll get these bearings and we'll get it back together. Okay. Let's do some reassembly. I'm going to go cage up on these. Just a tiny little bit of oily man stuff. Go. One drop and we'll spin it. Let's get the button in there. There wasn't any button stick, so we're just going to drop that in. We're going to actually add it at the same time I add the blade down on top of that bearing. There we go. Bearing 2. Tiny little bit of lubrication. Get our stop pins in place. I think we're home. Oh, forgot to wipe this scale, didn't I? Okay. Let's check everything before I put the pocket clip back on. Got a little bit of rock there. There we go. Oh man. Come on. Back screw was a long one. I should have checked the tension on that pocket clip beforehand. I'm trying to break that habit, y'all. I am trying to get it first. Seems to be harder than quitting smoking for some reason. Routine. I mean, it's not super tension, but it's got some. So we'll just play it out. If I have to modify it, I will. All right. Nice. Not sure if we can see, but now all that's cleaned up in there. Lots of skeletonizing, keeps the weight down on those steel liners, and so it's a fairly light knife. And let's talk about this action real quick. Go ahead and put this up. Wonderful thumb flick. Really nice Spidey flick. It's got an excellent detent on it, so it's super snappy. And that button is just a matter of timing. And like I mentioned here, I like the fact that that's flush. it's not going to get in the way during a grip or, you know, holding on to the knife in any way. So, you know, I'm going to give it an A. It's really nice action. Very smooth. Like, they put it together well. And the detent, the spring tension, all that's just, I mean, it's just on the money. Very nice. Ergonomics. So, not so confident, very confident. I mean, it doesn't have a proper finger guard, but the way that they built this in here, I mean, I'm going to give it a confident grip. I feel really locked in here. I do feel the pocket clip out here. It's because it's such a deep carry clip. It actually extends beyond the scale. And so I do feel that out at the very edge. But only with the thumb forward. Like if I grip the knife hard here, I don't feel the clip at all. It's just going thumb forward because it brings the knife a little higher in the palm and puts that pocket clip right there. It's got some jimping here. It's not combat jimping, but it's pretty good. It definitely helps provide grip. And then, of course, it does have this choke up spot here, you know, for somebody that really wanted to bear down on it. It's got a nice reverse grip, very comfortable, arced away, so the thumb just curls over the top to cap that off. And then I can get here with this to hammer down with this. It's not the best, but I can definitely do it. It affords it. Yeah. Let's check that pocket clip. I think it's going to be wonderful here with the thick stuff. Completely disappears in the pocket. Nice look on the clip. Excellent tension. Standard jean size material. Again, it's got really good tension. I could tighten it up a little bit, but that would be personal preference because it's definitely got plenty of tension coming out of the box, ready to go. Yeah, nice. What about safety? See if we can make blade contact anywhere. Not through the back of the scales. The tip is recessed and away from my finger. So I'm confident I can handle this knife any way I want as long as the blade's closed. The knife is safe to handle. And the button is affording such a good tension that, I mean, this knife's going to stay closed until I want it to be open. Yep. They've got that spring sprung properly. It's definitely holding that knife down. Creates nice snap when I'm opening it. Either way that I deploy it. Really nice. Wonder if it's sharp. I love this swedge on the end too. It's kind of cool look to it. Definitely adds some strength to that tip. Where are we at? Yeah, it's got kind of a gritty edge, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, definitely would aid in its ability to cut through a lot of different materials, being more of a rougher edge versus a fine mirror polish, but crazy sharp. Yep, wonderful. All right, price and availability. What does this run? And it's a QSP. What did I say? It was a Kali, QSP Kali 14C G10 button lock. Pretty cool. Okay, so this G10 14C with the satin stonewash finish. These look to be going around $69. Now, I think you can find them for around like $63 with maybe a site discount. Yep. They have another version where this is called, they put a ceramic coating on there that they call champagne, which raises the price about $4. And then they also have a version of this with aluminum scales, and that raises the price, you know, less than $10, I think. So quite a few different versions of this, lots of different colors, black and orange, and, you know, just several versions of this. But yeah, pretty cool little button lock by QSP. Appreciate y'all watching.